It's so exciting to be back here again today. We've got 2 pianos, so we have twice the volume, twice the fun.
That's right, and we are delighted to be in the Nourish category because Greg and I love to eat. If you've hung out with us during this conference, you can see that we know how to pack it in. But to be serious, music is one of those things that truly nourishes the soul. Without music, our lives wouldn't have the same color and sense of possibility and the harmony that music brings.
And as a really good friend of ours always says, so many of us are so focused on just keeping people alive, but we really need to remember to give them a reason to be alive. And that's what we've been talking about here, the quality of life. And music is certainly a part of that.
Yes, quality matters over quantity.
So today we're gonna rehash some of the issues we brought up yesterday. Relevancy. So often musicians are so focused on revering the works of the past that they aren't actually revering the spirit of the works of the past. They lose the touch with that. So we're going to dissect a piece for you today and see if we can't show you a little what we mean.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to play what was once and it still is a popular tune. Let's see how many of you recognize this.
So how many of you out there remember hearing this tune? Good,
oh,
good,
nice.
Everybody. Okay, that's going to make this a lot more fun.
Yeah, it's just what we're looking for.
So we're gonna kind of give you an interactive tour of the piece, showing you some interesting musical attributes. We're also going to just teach you a couple small musical terms and theoretical ideas. We're also going to show you how Mozart incorporated elements of Turkish music into what he titled his Turkish Rondo, or his Rondo alla Turca. And finally, we're going to show you just how far off many modern performances of this piece have become, how far they are from the true spirit of the original.
That's right. You might assume that such an ostensibly classical and serious piece as the Rondo alla Turca was solely intended for the quiet environment of the concert hall, but in actuality, Mozart wanted this piece to be performed in a fun and informal atmosphere. So, with that in mind, can we have that picture posted up? Let's look at that.
So, I mean, that
fun.
Piano just conjures images of fun and festiveness. I don't know about you.
Yeah, party.
That's actually
party.
a piano from Mozart's day, and this is, in fact, a military piece, because as far as the Austrians were concerned at that time, the only Turkish music they heard was military Turkish music. So,
but we love this quote.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Noise is a primary object.
So remember that while we play it and guide you through the piece. Before we begin, however, there's one small thing we should show you, and that is the difference between minor and major tonalities.
This is minor.
So if I take that middle pitch and raise it one tiny step, we have major.
Grinning Greg. I'm going to take Grinning Greg's middle pitch, and I'm going to lower it back down to minor.
Oh, low-spirited Liz.
Constant shifts between major and minor are a common feature of Turkish music, and you should listen for these throughout the piece.
And to make things extra clear, in today's performance, Liz will perform the minor passages, and I will perform the major passages. So with that in mind, low-spirited Liz, why don't you start us off?
In a melancholic minor key, Mozart begins with a simple idea. He repeats it a bit higher, and then he repeats it again and again.
You see, repetition is a defining characteristic of Turkish music. And now Mozart will repeat the melody and decorate it with little ornaments or flourishes.
Why, hello, gleeful Greg. That's quite a jaunty statement.
Oh, but lamenting Liz is always around to darken the mood. And now, Mozart is once again repeating the opening melody, but with a twist. Mozart is taking us somewhere new.
Okay, now here comes the Rondo theme,
or it's called the chorus.
Yes, and we're going to need your participation during this section, so you're going to have to help me. First, let's take a look at that interesting-looking piano up there, and you'll notice, if you can count them, that it has 4 more pedals than our modern instruments.
They're called janissary pedals.
Yes, and when pressed, these pedals would strike bass drums, cymbals, triangles, basically instruments typically heard in Turkish music.
Now, Mozart fully expected pianists playing this Rondo alla Turca to use these extra Turkish pedals, but since our modern pianos lack them, let's all recreate the effect together by stomping our feet, clapping our hands, or even shaking your keys or your programs. Make some noise. So the first time through, Liz will show you the beat.
Okay, here we go. Yes, Giddy Greg. This rhythm was often used by Turkish military bands. You guys sound great. Let's make some more noise. It's a folksy drinking song. Yes, keep it going. That's great. And stop.
Lonesome Liz now plays a long-winded musical phrase that unravels in a breathless fashion, which is an homage to the Turkish musical device of employing extended rapid ornamental patterns.
Scales, played by garrulous Greg. Scales which Mozart turns into a mellifluous and elegant melody.
And now long-faced Liz embarks upon another breathless series of winding patterns, and oh, that's a diversion. I wonder where the music is headed next.
To the chorus! Yes! Animated Anderson! Part of the fun in playing this during Mozart's time was making tons of noise! You know, one of the pedals up there would hit the strings just like I'm doing now!
Enigmatic Elizabeth.
Oh, good-humored Greg.
Whoa, switching roles, opulent Elizabeth becomes lackluster Liz.
And gloomy Greg in the gloaming.
I'm sorry I keep calling you so many sad names. The lovely, literary, limber, low-pitched Liz.
Thanks.
But you got the minor role today, and we're headed home to the chorus.
Woo! Look who Mozart is showing off over there! It's Mr. Gregarious, gutsy, grandiose, glorious, gleaming Greg! Woo!
Wow!
See, I'm not always lachrymose, Liz. I can join in the major festivities too!
It's the coda!
The denouement!
Mozart's wrapping things up.
He's wrapping up in a major key. Gloating Greg rejoices. Oh, look. Gay Greg plays us a solo. It's a Turkish delight.
Woo! So,
Thank you.
thank you. We're
Greg,
gonna,
I think we need to take all of you on tour with us.
yeah, I gotta
'cause
take you
that
on
was
tour with
awesome.
us. So I don't know if you've been caught that one of those pedals actually hit the strings just like you were doing. I don't know how many pianists you've heard play it like that, but that we believe is more in the spirit of the original. So now we're going to play one more piece. It's our Ragtime Alla Turca.
Yes, and this is in sort of the virtuoso tradition. Just as Mozart had appropriated elements of Turkish music into his rondo, we have appropriated elements of Mozart's Rondo alla Turca into our very own version of this.
Called, our very own language, basically.
Exactly, called the Ragtime alla Turca. And basically we wanted to have that spirit of revelry and kind of mischief. And
noise-making.
Yep.
And virtuosity.
That's right.
So we've kind of updated it for our world, but it's still in the spirit of festivity and fun. So here is our Ragtime alla Turca. And just before we begin, can we make sure our microphones are off? We will not be speaking during this performance.
Thank you.